What's up? Welcome back to Girls Love Talk with Taylor Maree. If you are a new person listening or watching this video, please be sure to hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe because you're gonna like my other content on this channel as well. So guys, today we have to get into a couple of topics. The first one I need to get into is the situation with this FedEx driver that went viral. Now, this was put on TikTok, and you know how TikTok is. If it's interesting enough, if it's crazy enough, funny enough, it's gonna do what it needs to do. All right. So FedEx drivers are tired, just like all of us workers are, right? But this driver completely lost her cool and decided to say some pretty racist stuff. So let's get into it.
I'll call my boss personally.
Está aventando mis pinches cajas y trae un pinche genio.
Yeah, there you go. Get your boxes. Since all y'all want to stand there and look at me, yeah. Help. How about that? Come help.
Mira, la vino y me aventó mis vanities.
You can kiss my white ass.
Just leave.
Girl,
leave.
I'm sorry. Go back to your country. I can't understand what you're saying.
¿Que me regrese a mi país?
This is America.
No.
This is America.
I know, this is America.
This is Mexico.
I'm the woman in the video, and I just want to speak on my side of the story. I pull up to this woman's house, and there's multiple cars in the driveway. I had to go through the back of my truck. I had to park on the side of the street, and I realized that her door is open. So by the time I pull everything out, I have my dolly, and I look out, everybody's in the doorway. So I asked for some help, and everybody just looked at me. So I had put everything on the dolly, and I had to pull it up a curb. When I pulled it up the curb, I had fell with the whole dolly, the whole package, everything. I'm frustrated. It's cold outside, and I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. I stand up, I pull everything off of me. I'm walking to my truck. She comes outside, and she says that she hopes that her package isn't broken. I'm clearly in pain. And some words get exchanged. She calls me a lousy worker. I call her a bitch. She calls me ghetto. She calls me a bitch. And by then, she pulls out her phone. I'm trying to get her other package out. I just end up telling her, you know what? I'm just going to leave these packages right here on the ground. She's antagonizing me by recording me. And I ended up saying a racist comment. And I'm deeply sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It was unladylike of me, it was immature, and I shouldn't have said it, period. And I want to deeply apologize to Carla and her family because I shouldn't have acted like that. And I do want to apologize to the FedEx company too because I represent you guys and it was unprofessional and I know better.
So guys, I know we all get frustrated with our jobs at times, or we could just be having a rough day and we decided to, come into work because clearly we got to, but this is unacceptable. Long story short, it's just unacceptable. Girl, when you applied for this job, you had to meet the requirements of being able to lift heavy objects. It always says that for like a lot of physical labor jobs. It definitely says that. They don't even want people who can't, do that. So there's that. Then on top of that, you should have had another driver with you because they could have helped you safely get the products, out of the truck and, onto the doorstep or whatnot. Yeah, you should have had you some help. Nobody's required to help you. Like, that does not work for the company, and I'm sure you know that. So attitude or not, frustrated, cold, whether you fell over or not, like, yeah. And yeah, you'll have customers say stuff like that, like, oh, you better not have messed up my package or whatever. But I mean, she's concerned about her package. I understand maybe she could have showed you a little bit of compassion or whatnot, or sympathy, but again, like, that's just how it goes. People are worried about their stuff more than you, and that sound harsh, but it is the truth. I'm glad that she apologized, but at the same time, that's not enough. You really showed your like, girl, Why would you say that? It's the racist remarks. It's the attitude. And I understand y'all got into it, because you feel like she was being rude and everything. I get it. I get it. I can understand you wanting to snap back, but at the same time, you are at work. You're working. So you are more likely to get in trouble than this customer is for her words. So that should have been the first thing that came to mind. You should have just held it together and then talked crazy about her when you got back in that truck and been like, she got the nerves to say I'm messing up her package, and but you could have did that, but you did not, and you acted a complete fool, and now you're paying for it, sis. Like, you're paying for it. So I'm glad she came forth and made a public apology, but clearly that was not enough. And now she's being embarrassed viral for it. Now, I will say this too. She said that the lady was provoking her by recording. I can understand why why that would provoke you, because it's it's pissing you off. But at the same time, if I'm a customer and I'm sitting up here getting into it with somebody who's supposed to be serving me, providing service to me, I'm probably going to record too if you out here acting unprofessional. I am. We using cuss words and all that. Yeah, it's time to record. So I don't really know if that was provoking, but you guys, let me know what y'all think about that situation. That's crazy. I know that FedEx did come out making a statement, of course, taking up for their company, saying that they don't condone that and that she will no longer be working with them. So that's that. Like, the apology, that was good. It says a lot about her as a person, but that just ain't the job for you, Pooh. So maybe this was a sign. Let's get into this Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty situation. So they were hit with a lawsuit for an alleged fight with the head of their security. Well, Nicki's security. This incident stems from a March 2019 show in Germany where Nicki allegedly became irate with a female security staffer over the Bell concert goer getting on stage during her performance. Thomas Weidenmuller, head of security, decided to step in when the guard started crying after the rapper was yelling and calling her a effing B. Weidenmuller allegedly recorded the interaction. Nicki is said to have then turned her anger towards him, asking him, "Who do you think you are?" He claims she also threw a shoe at him but missed. Weidenmuller claims he was called back into Nicki's room where she laid into him once again. During this interaction, Weidenmuller alleges that Petty came out of nowhere, Kenneth Petty that is, and punched him in the face and broke his jaw. Weidenmuller claims to have undergone 8 surgeries to address his alleged injuries from the attack and will require 6 additional operations. He allegedly has 5 plates in his face from the previous procedures to fix his jaw. He is seeking an unspecified amount in damages as well as coverage of his medical bills. A rep for Nicki Minaj declined to comment on the lawsuit. Okay, so first things first, shout out to Thomas, because he was just consoling the female security guard, because clearly Nicki was laying into her, right? Whatever she was saying, besides the F and B, she really was going in on her. And she was wrong for not being on point. So you gotta check people, you gotta check them. But Nicki, really, like, this is showing that you got a temper problem just as much as Kenneth does. So we cannot exclude you from this situation. Broken jaw? Like, what? This is crazy. Y'all cannot say Nicki ain't got nothing to do with this. She all up and through this. This is, Weidenmuller is head of security for her. So this is your employee that you let be assaulted, and you witnessed this and did not give a damn, clearly. And, the fact that he said that he has this recorded, like he was recording the interaction. Now, I don't know if he of course he probably wasn't recording when he got knocked inside his head, but he definitely seemed to have recorded the interaction with Nicki and the female. So that shall be interesting for later on with the court case or whatnot. Nicki, this does not look good for either one of you guys, it's a shame that you've been laying low, probably just enjoying motherhood, and y'all already been having all these other court cases and things going on, and you trying to work on the album, trying to give us the documentary. And so for you to be in headlines because of this, it's terrible. It's terrible, but not as terrible as somebody getting their jaw broke out of nowhere. Okay, so now other headlines did say $750,000 was what the man Thomas is suing for, but I'm pretty sure that Complex, shout out to them for this article, and shout out to them for being more detailed, because if you read stuff from the Shade Room, no shade, but they don't be having everything. But they're saying unspecified amount because, let's be clear, it's an ongoing situation. He still has to get more surgeries. He got to pay for his medical bills and whatnot. So who knows how much this could come out to. So for the naysayers who might say he may have been clout chasing and just trying to get a payday, I beg to differ. This man, this don't seem like nothing fake to me. And I do not feel like he is wrong for suing, because you got to pay for this. You do. Like, both of y'all are lucky that y'all ain't be thrown behind bars for this. Okay. And they got the good lawyers and things, people who represent them well. So they wasn't going to be thrown in the jail, but you got to pay for it, period. And yeah, he has medical bills. And then on top of that, if you getting jaw surgeries and stuff, you missing out on work and stuff too. So and emotional damages and all of that, like, yeah. This is not a good look, and it's just not a good situation to be in. I don't feel sorry for them, because when you got to putting hands on people and throwing shoes, like, that's not it. Like, girl, you turned it to Cardi B. Y'all was saying how crazy Cardi B looked and made a fool of herself out there on that red carpet throwing shoes, and here you are throwing shoes too backstage. Unacceptable completely. Again, Thomas, shout out to you for, you was just, you were just trying to console an old girl, and then next thing you know, you getting your jaw knocked in. That's crazy. Kenneth, you don't even have a good reputation as it is. So for you to be making headlines again for assaulting somebody again, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, this is terrible. It's not even about how it looks. It's just about the fact that you did this. Like, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I'm over it. I just cannot. We try not to. Some of us try not to give Kenneth a hard time, but it's just giving that you are that person. You are that person who has a terrible temper. You are Nicki's muscle, pretty much. And she is obviously okay with your violent behavior, and it's not okay. And I guess we are learning that maybe she's okay with it because she is rowdy like that too. But girl, this ain't it. This is not it. But I can't say how this is gonna turn out, but I know for sure that this man is definitely gonna, he's gonna get what he's looking for when it comes to the medical bills and all of that, because absolutely not. So you guys will have to let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments below. Please be sure to like this video, and if you have not subscribed already to the channel, what are you waiting on? You will like more of my content, so go ahead and do it. Bye.